championship standings here. Peter in the lead, but it's Titar and Shattered fighting for second place here. The Jaguar boy is not here, so there's chance for points. And in qualifying, Peter leads, Titar leads, Ask Moon and Shattered Compass, Leclerc, Mr. Mouse, Orange down in 7th, Viltech and the Arrows in 8th, Maxi in 9th, NDF in 10th, and Stupidoobie in 11th. Here we are. Lights reds. When are they going green? Here we go, it's green.
Titar is up to a great start already. Peter has fallen back to second there.
There we go. Ask Moon staying in 3rd so far, holding it around the outside.
Very wide, lots of cars.
I think that was Orange going sideways in the William just then. And it looks like Shattered has taken 3rd place. Ask Moon down into 4th. Orange 5th. Great start from the Williams there. TTR.
Oh, further back the contact at turn 4, I think. Lucky not to speed in the wall.
Absolutely, poor Leclerc there. And he gets back on his way. Down to go chase the pack now. 5 seconds he dropped in that little spin.
Yeah, but he was able to keep the car running, stay out of the wall. So he's going to still have a chance after 34 laps, I think.
Yeah, there is a long way to go here. Here we go with his teammate NDF. Staying in the pack, and director just showing us how busy the crowds are today, and the top of the roof. So the big news today is no Jaguars. Jaguar did not pay their freight and were not allowed entry into the European Grand Prix in Germany. So now with 2 Williams and 2 Ferraris up at the front, room for points for 5th and 6th place. Askman seeming so far right now in 4th place to try and get some more points for Toyota.
It's like after just one lap, Titar's already pulled nearly over 2 seconds on Peter.
Wow. You've got to wonder if that's a light car. That is an unbelievable first lap advantage.
It could be a different entire choice too. I don't know who's on the softs and who's on the hards right now. So looking at 2 seconds a lap, that's got to be a factor.
There's Orange getting a bit sideways. That corner really tricky, that right-hander coming onto this little straight here.
We've seen lots of drivers struggle, I agree.
Wind is blowing here from the south, or a south direction, so it is pulling the drivers out a little bit. The wind does seem to be consistent though. Forecast's not changing much during the race. Here we are, Leclerc already up into 10th. So NDF just fallen behind there.
Oh, someone's at the gravel.
Oh!
That's Stupidoobie.
That is a tricky hairpin. As soon as you go wide, and the gravel here is unrelenting. As soon as you stick a tyre in there, that is it. Just sucks the car off into the gravel. Really hard to keep the car on the road.
And every corner kind of goads you into getting on the gas a little bit early, and that pushes you right off in the gravel on exit.
It's great. We've got NDF coming up out of the Schumacher S.
Trying to size him up into the final chicane right there. I'm not making the move yet.
Leclerc really hoping before the race started for a good solid race today. That is not the start he would have wanted, but like we said, 34 laps.
That Shattered Compass off the road a bit?
That is an Orange on his tail.
Orange looking very feisty at the moment.
This is it. Is he going to make a move down here? It's a turn.
Shattered's gone very defensive. It's hard to make it there.
It is, and the camber on this track is really... Oh, you see them both sliding there. The camber on this track is really odd. You've got to stay right on the apex. Because if you grow in the middle of the road, you just get drifted right away to the edge of the track, and that's where the gravel we've seen people getting sucked into it. So these are Schumacher S's. Oh no! Viltech down in 11th. Oh! It's just going down into the hairpin there, turn 7. That is not a good day for the Orange Arrows. Lap 3, and it looks like the pack has spread out really quite a lot. 30 seconds already with some gravel incidents, and here we are on board with Orange again. Staying within a second or so of Shattered.
Following around this track a little bit tougher just because of the amount of medium speed, low speed turns where you do get some dirty air, and that slows it right down. Aspen starting to join the fight, I'd say.
Yeah, the Toyota looking feisty today.
Trying to recover from a slow start. He started the race at 3rd position and working his way back up, it seems.
Yeah, and showing real promise in Barfest was really great. Just had that one incident, and that put him right the way back in the field. But then at Imola, race 2, saw a really great outing from Asmun. Got
I
bumped
agree,
off.
we've seen some real speed. I think maybe not seeing his full potential yet.
That is it. I think just a bit of consistency, but the raw pace is absolutely there. This is a driver to watch. And he is holding on to the back of this Williams in this Ferrari fight.
We shouldn't forget he did end up on the podium actually after Imola, after Stewart's decision.
That is it, yeah. Fortune there. Few final corners actually. They were all just having a squabble over 3rd place, and Borchin bumped him off the track. The stewards decided to give Borchin a 10-second penalty, demoting him from the 3rd position that he inherited back down to 4th, and giving Asmun the 3rd position that he had. Borchin not here in the Jaguar, neither is Dan Gilligan. This could be Toyota's day to grab some real good points. And look at that, Mumbo Man in 6th place with the last point just now.
Only about a second and a half covering 3rd through 5th. So it's something we'd love to see right now.
TTTR is almost 5 seconds ahead of Peter at the moment, 5 laps in, so it's about a second a lap here. That is some real pace advantage in the 31s already. Oh, and you can see just the camber there, really hard to keep the car online as soon as you have a small wobble. Down to the hairpin, that looks like Shattered's gone wide.
I agree, he's starting to struggle at this corner. Maybe just getting it stopped is an issue for him at the moment.
Doesn't look like it. He went right the way to the edge of that hairpin. That's not where you want to be. And these cars all separated by just a second. The battle for the podiums.
It looks a little bit like Shattered is maybe holding up Orange Boy, who's holding up Aspen.
Might be the case. It's got great pace down the straight though. Orange cannot keep up at all down the straights. Can't make a headwind on it. Anyway, here we are going around the final corner to start lap 6. This is great. They're all lapping 3rd, 4th and 5th within just 1.5 tenths of each other, really, almost 2 tenths. This is great
Another deep on the brakes moment for Shattered there, showing that getting it stopped is the trouble for him to move.
And here we go. I can see Max in the pits, dropping his way down to 9th, 10th. That's an early stop by anyone's standard on lap 6. I wonder if he had an issue there.
I was going to say it's either an issue or the soft tires aren't lasting as long as people think.
Here we go. Asmun right on the tail of that Williams there. He's heading down into the hairpin. Stupid Doobie has made his way back up to 8th, yeah. He's passed one Minardi. 8th place, he's right behind Leclerc, who does a small lock up there. And then back with Asmun, he's so close to the back of Orange. Wait there, where's Shattered Compass? Shattered Compass 5th. We did not see that.
We missed something there.
Orange into 3rd, Asmun into 4th, Shattered Compass 5th
You can
place.
see in the distance, a few seconds behind at the moment. Yeah, there's been an issue there, and off track. Could have been the issue on the brakes we saw just creeping in.
Yeah. That's a lot's happened here on lap 6. And Max is out of the pits and ahead of Viltec. So Viltec had his moment earlier. It really cost him a lot of time. Max able to get in and out before even reaching last place. And by lap 7, there's already 1 minute and 14 seconds separating first place from 11th place.
By the looks of the timings, I would say the top two are just in a league of their own at the moment, so that would easily explain the field spread there.
It's kind of... There we go.
Looking for a move.
Now into turn 1. That's looking good.
Oh, it's so hard to make it there where the inside turns into the outside for turn 2.
That is it. Leclerc with a great piece of driving there. Just holding on.
Scooby-Dooby, I think, making the Benetton team proud after they lost the Shattered Compass at the end of season 3.
That is right, but we did just see then a faint glimpse of the Williams orange back into 4th place and Asmoon all the way up into 3rd. So that Toyota has some stunning pace right there. They've dispensed of Shattered, they've dispensed of Orange. Here we go, back on board with Scooby-Dooby. Looking at the back of that Minardi, just wondering what he has to do now to get past. Through the Schumacher S's. Here we go, so Shattered Compass on the back straight. Fight against Orange.
Can he get it stopped?
He can! Unbelievable pass there. That is a great piece of driving there. Great compliance to both have to go through. And that was Orange in the pits, lap 7.
That is. It could be why he didn't defend his hard.
Wow, lap 7. That is an early stop. So he was light on fuel at the beginning, hoping to make up some ground. Let's see where he comes out now. Let's see if this 2-stop strategy works out for the Williams boy. Here we go, starting lap 8 with Scooby-Dooby. Still trying to make his way past Leclerc, who's now up into the points thanks to Orange's pit stop. First of the front runners. The section of the track this weekend not yielding much grip to any driver at all. Slightly off camber this section. Very hard to keep it on the road.
Small lockup there, I spotted. The guy Scooby-Dooby is pushing very hard to get past the player. He knows that he has got pace, but it's difficult to pass in a track like this.
It is. If your suspension isn't compliant, if it's not soft enough and that front inside comes up, the lockups, they may not hurt you as much as you think as the front tyre gets unweighted, but if you land and that camber takes you back round, that's when it destroys your tyre. So that Benetton running very stiff if he's locking up. And here we go, lap 8, starting lap 9 for TTR, and he is now 8.5 seconds ahead of Peter, so flying right now. But their lap times are only half a second different from that lap.
It is pretty close at the front at the moment, but it's the gap between them and 3rd that I'm looking at. I'm just impressed by what they've been able to put on the same machinery.
There we go. Still trying, just gently coming further away now. The gap up to about a second plus. I wonder if he's starting to nurse those tyres a little bit, depending on if he started on hard or softs. Going into this race between the leaders, I believe they're equal on wins in the Mutiny Hall of Fame. Both Titar and Peter, I think, having 10 wins each. Starting to move past the driver who was 3rd, or with the 3rd amount of wins. So let me have a look here. I'll actually find out now who has the 3rd amount of wins in the Mutiny.
To do your research. Scooby-Dooby's coming onto the back straight behind the player. A little bit too far to get a draft.
Yeah,
but this has been something we've been watching for a few laps, and it's just back and forth. One driver finds half a second, and then the next lap it goes the other way.
It does indeed. So Jeff hasn't been with us for a couple of seasons now full time. Jeff Hooton with 8 wins in the Mutiny. sits third time in the all-time winners list. Jeff having
Jeff,
two
our season
champions.
3 champion. Yeah, season 3 and 6, I believe.
Yeah, that is right. Two-time champion there. Peter looking to emulate the two-time champion. Has a championship already. Won the Triple Crown Championship as well, where we ran an Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Le Mans. There's a small divergence from the open wheels here that we usually run in the league. Peter showing great aptitude amongst all different cars here. And there we go. There was a little lock up there from Leclerc.
Starting to show a sign of weakness, perhaps.
Yeah, small sign there of just feeling the pressure. When you got someone in your rear view mirrors all the time, in your wing mirrors, it's tough to concentrate. Every moment you look back, you're not looking forwards.
And as we say that, though, I just saw Super Duty lock up at the hairpin, so that's going both ways a little bit.
And here we go, Viltec in the pits. Already now a lap behind. You've got to wonder what's happened to the Arrows boys here. It's not the start he wanted, and here we go. Stoopy Doobie decides against. Oh, he puts on his pit limiter before he gets to the hairpin. He's still at 120 meters to go. Oh, this is going to cost him big time. There was the line.
See, I think that's the small things that can separate, a podium sitter from a race winner.
Oh, that's going to be absolutely upsetting, but you know what? Better be safe than sorry. Had he come in too hot and missed it, it would have been a 10-second penalty. And here we go, Max with that early stop. Now up into 9th place. This is great showing here. So we've got Mumbo Man in 5th, the other Jordan. And one Jordan in points, one Jordan in 9th. How far can he go? Got 140 litres you can fill up in the tank. I reckon that's about maybe just half distance. Drivers during practice and qualifying will say it feels pretty tight on this track if you're one-stopping.
I think if you're one-stopping, it's got to be a conservative drive.
Look at that artsy shot there the director's picked for us. Car's just
They're having
going
a good
through.
time back in the camera booth.
They are indeed. There we go. On board with Shattered Compass. 4th place. Hasn't managed to catch up the gap to Arsmoon. 7 seconds now trailing behind. But his lap time suggesting that he's gaining pace through the stint. So nursing those tyres. Mumbo Man really not far behind. Actually, the Jordan's catching up to Shattered there in the Ferrari. It's a great showing today.
Looks like there's a few people slowly catching up to 3rd place. We've seen Mumbo Man gain a bit in the last handful of laps. Shattered Compass was 2nd a bit faster in his last lap. So it seems to be coming together.
Here we go, back on board with Maxi. It's a great drive today. Oh, here we go. Titar's in the pits.
It's the first leader in the pits.
That time, actually, Titar was slower that very last lap. Here we go. How far is he going to come out behind? He had about a 10-second advantage going in. Wow.
It's going to be about 20 seconds there now. Yeah.
20 seconds.
So is that...
It's about a 30-second pit stop then. That is a costly amount of time.
That is a lot more costly than Montreal last week.
That is a lot more costly. So if
In
he's
Montreal, you
two-stopping...
can skip the first corner, but this is a different track entirely where you lose a lot more.
It's true. Viltec here, I don't think has ever exited the pits. Well, it shows him exiting, but he's just dropping down second after second, so that car is stopped somewhere, it looks like. And I think the orange arrows is out.
I'd be curious to know what was the story there. What happened? I think we missed that.
There you go, Asmoon. It's been a great start to his season, like we said earlier. Maybe lacking some of that consistency, maybe just grabbing the brakes too hard in certain moments, but the pace is undeniable.
I think it's someone that shows a lot of promise as far as, you know, it's only being a few races into the Mutiny.
Yeah.
If this is what we're already seeing, I'd like to see a little bit more.
Yeah, this is a great rookie season. Here we go, Max. Keeping times consistent. Oh, just got a bit of oversteer there. Lapping well within his pace right now. Great, and it's on par with fifth man Mumbo here in the other Jordan.
Shattered on a very slow lap at the last lap. I'd be curious to see if he's having trouble with the car, making mistakes.
Yeah, lap 14.
Goes across the line and does something a little bit better than Aspen, so it's hard to gauge at the moment.
Yeah. It's not too gusty, so it's all in the driver's head now, just trying to keep focus, pick your braking markers, keep it on track, nurse those tyres. It looks like most of the people here, it's past lap 14 now, they're probably one-stopping. Oh, Mumbo Man right out on the edge there, that gully and that drainage pipe there, not very friendly to the drivers. They'll be feeling that as they ride over that big bump.
So who have we seen pit already? We've seen Titar, Orange Boy,
Max,
Max,
Stupid Doobie, Viltex.
That's right.
I'd say about half the field. Back into pace we're more expected from Shattered into the 32s. It's still almost 2 seconds off his teammate. TTR there, 5 seconds off, so build up that car a little bit heavier, and it's 21.5 seconds, so lost a second and a half since coming out of the pits on the end of lap 12, I think that was. Peter making the best use of that light car right now.
I was going to say the same thing. It's apparently only 17 laps or so to a tank of fuel, so it'll be a big difference in weight at the moment between the man in first and the man in second.
Yeah. Each lap using about 8 liters of fuel. It's quite a few tenths. Titar absolutely somewhere out of there. He's just done a 130, so even with a heavy car right now, maybe took a lap to warm up the tyres, has found his pace, but still 22 seconds and 22.5 seconds now, so just maybe taking a bit too long to find that pace in the heavy car, but that is great pace for the start here of so 3 laps. How much do we reckon he filled up with? We reckon it's about 280 litres for a race. Divide that into 3, so it's about 90-ish. Not bad pace at all. Peter in the 131 staying pretty consistent. Here we go, Shattered is right on the tail now of Asmoon.
He's reeling him in. That's well within the slipstream, within the draft.
Remember, Asmoon held off Stonewall Bortram, who got that nickname from holding up the Ferrari of Titar in Season 3 at Silverstone, if I'm not mistaken. So if Asmoon can hold up a stone wall, someone who's used to defending, how well will he
can he
this
hold
time?
up the Shattered compass?
Yeah. Here we go, he's making a move up the inside, down into the first hairpin. Gets the car slowed down, goes a little bit wide. Not that
was there
wide.
space?
He's left him plenty of space on this corner. I don't think he needs to. You don't want to be out there though. And he goes wide again. The marbles out here, the drivers have been complaining all weekend how they just sit on the outside, and I think that move is done. That was a great pass there. Asmoon still holding on though. He's having a sniff around the inside. So they come down through 5, through 6, into the left-hander that leads them all the way down to the hairpin.
Oh no!
He's gone wide! No!
That was a big lockup at the worst time.
Oh. Unbelievable. Asmoon back into third place there. Shattered Compass. Look at that gap now. It's huge. 3 seconds.
I'm done.
Lap 17 now for the leader. And who we've got in the pits? We've got MDF, second Minardi.
It's just a bit early for the one stop.
This is a little bit early for the one stop. You're right. They might have to eke out the second stint just a little bit. So it looks like everyone up until 8th place has been lapped. And here we go, Shattered Compass coming into the pits.
I think he's had enough with that set of tires. He'll eat the pain.
Oh, NDF going wide, and who was that going through?
Was that our first wagon?
Here we go, Shattered Compass in the pits. Full tank of fuel, some brand new tyres. Hopefully the Ferrari don't make the same mistake that they made in Bathurst, round 1 for Shattered, where he was stuck with the same tyres all race.
Yeah, there were some tough words in the garage that way.
Here we go, Mumbo Man now inheriting 4th place. There's a long time in the pits for Shattered. Coming out just now. TTR has not made up any ground on Peter. He's stabilised the gap as Peter comes into the pits. This is it. Peter lap 17 into the pits. Second orange of... Williams of orange there. Hasn't seemed to have made ground in the second set of tyres and fuel. Showed really promising pace in the first 7 laps. Back up into 7th now, just behind Shattered Compass, so the 2 stops so far hasn't quite worked out. Maybe not as far ahead as he thought he might be. Strange with the... now T-Tar has inherited the lead, 11 seconds ahead of Peter. And now Shattered Compass just 1 second in front of Orange. It looks like the Ferrari boys here in the...
Looks like Asmoon's in the pits.
And Asmoon's in the pits, that's right. Oh, Shattered Compass!
Off again. That gives Orange Boys a chance.
That is it. He's got to make the best use of this now. While he's a bit lighter on fuel, he's got to attack Shattered, get ahead, make some air between them. Give himself a little bit of leeway for he's got to stop one more time. He couldn't go lap 7 to the end. And that's
should have the advantage around here. So if Shattered Compass can just keep within eyesight of Orange Boy, then he might have a chance.
That's right. And Leclerc in the pits. The second Minardi.
Asmoon out of the pits.
Asmoon out of the pits. Oh! Is he going to separate them? These guys, right at the beginning of the race, were all together, and again now.
18 laps later, and they haven't been separated by more than a second.
No. Mumbo Man, I haven't seen enter the pits yet. This is great. 18 laps. He is really nursing through that fuel, just sipping at it. Just rationing it. That's very impressive. Don't think it's worked out for Orange here. He's in 4th, but he will have to pit again. That'll be another 30 seconds on his time, which will put him back behind Leclerc in maybe 8th place. If he pitted soon. Peter now 13. Oh, Asmoon! That is not the time you want to be doing that. Just running wide into the gravel there.
Shows just how tricky it's been at that corner all race long.
Has been, and the pressure is immense. When it's your rookie season coming into a league like this, and there are 2 veterans in front of you, and that you've been fighting with, you're holding your own against, it is intimidating to be right up on the back of them and keep hounding them lap after lap. And that's Mumbo Man in the pits, lap 18. Where will Mumbo Man come out after that great first stint, 18 laps, same set of tyres, 140 litres of fuel. That is a great, absolutely stunning drive. Comes out into 6th place. Looks like he's going to have Maxi close on his tail though.
He's not far behind Aspen either.
No. There we go. You can see the Toyota in front of him. These guys are filling the gap of where the Jags have tend to be sitting this season. These final points paying positions really, really tough this season. These guys fighting for everything it's worth. There you go, just 1.5 seconds behind the Toyota here.
A small lockup from Man forces him a bit wide under the marbles. Just hurting him a tiny bit as he goes through these fast Schumacher S's.
Here we go into turn 10, brake at 50, turn in, use all the camber that you can get. Try not to go over those curbs. It will lose you time, and you can get a track limits violation by going out wide. Where's he braking? Oh, I'd say that was about 70 meters, yeah. Struggled there. Cost you a bit of time as you go through that chicane then into the final corner. You want to hug it closely because you don't want to touch the marbles on the outside. Right, holding onto that there. Didn't want to be there, but when he was out there, he held onto it. Struggling to slow
first
down.
corner, yes, catching a lot of people out.
And here we go, Max. I think he was one of our first pitters here, pitting again, lap 20. Probably go to the end then. After this pit stop, 14 laps.
You think so? It's about a full tank of fuel, a little bit less.
Yeah. So let's run through the order. We're over halfway now, lap 20 out of 21 out of 34. Got Titar in the lead, 17 seconds now ahead of Peter. Is that going to be enough? Orange, Shattered Compass in 4th, Arsmoon 5th, Mumbo Man in 6th, with Leclerc 7th. Stupidoobie is in 8th, NDF in 9th, Maxi in 10th, and then Viltec in Retired Arrows there in 11th place. And here we go, Mumbo Man is right up on the tail here. What can he do?
Trying to turn 1 point into 2. He's got the slipstream. Thinks better of it.
Thinks better of it. Braked at 100 meters there instead of the 70 that he did the lap before. I wonder if that was a lesson learnt then. Maybe didn't want to have any incidents there. Driving smart.
Looking at the inside line, it's always a little bit hard to break that late. You don't have the same rubber laid down, you have a bit of marbles to contend with.
Here we go as they fight.
Turn one, however.
Orange in the pits. Here we go. Mumbo Man struggling to slow it down. Is Arsmoon going to do the cut around? We don't know. What is going on?
We're looking at Orange in the pits. That's what's going on.
So
And back.
And back. Arsmoon didn't take advantage of that first corner lockup from an overshoot by Mumbo Man there. So we predicted Orange would come out around 8th place. He's back up into 7th when he exits the pits, but Stupidoobie just a few seconds behind. So Williams boys really cutting it fine there. Don't want to be stuck behind another car. As you can see, it's really tricky to get yourself back through the pack here. Lap 22. Tito's got to think about pitting soon. That's coming up on his second stop territory here. If it was 30 seconds for a pit stop, what are we expecting him? Come out in second place behind Peter. Shattered Compass a minute 20 behind. What are these leaders on? Rocket fuel, I think, is the answer.
Titar would have to take on a little bit less rocket fuel at this next stop. So he shouldn't be going as far as that middle stint.
No. Have a light car, fresh tyres. What damage can he do against Peter then? On board with Arsmoon here. It's been a stunning drive today. Lost his position though to Mumbo Man, who had that great overtake into the first corner. Orange in 7th, looking to still make his way back. He's on. Most of these drivers now, I think, apart from Tito, have made all their stops. So we're kind of looking at the running order here, I think. Wow, Titar with a 29.9, Peter with a 36. He's given it everything.
Times I'd be impressed to see in qualifying, and they're doing it in the race.
What was pole here? I can't remember right now. What was the pole setter's time? Because it was damp in qualifying. There are a couple of puddles just on the inside, especially here.
So Peter was on pole with a 128.3, and Titar second with a 129.1.
So they're about a second and a half, 2 seconds away from pole time here, but considering this is race conditions, this isn't qualifying, this is stunning pace here. Oh, Orange moving out the way. That must be Peter lapping him then. So Peter's lapped everyone up. Oh, as he just runs wide there. He's pushing hard. He's trying to keep that gap down to Titar as low as it can be for that second pit stop. He's within the window though, so he's making it tough for the Williams mechanics right now. They've got to pull off a great stop here and pull off something absolutely amazing to stay ahead.
As we've seen in race and race again, Peter is just so good at conserving fuel while still driving fast.
Yeah, that is a mad skill to have there. Onboard with Asmin again. And here we are with Orange. There's Orange looking at the back of, I think that's Leclerc just in front of him, and Peter just in front of him. Ferraris looks glued to the road. And then Leclerc trying to use some of that toe to stay away from the Williams there. Hold on to that last points position.
Orange boy is struggling to find the apex at turn 5.
Yeah, he is, as Stupid Doobie goes in the pits. Half a second now through the Schumacher. Into turn 10, hug the apex, line up the driver in front. Focus on the exit here. Is this move going to work out? Half 0.2 of a second. Yeah. Just thinking about it.
Not this time.
Not this time. Staying 2 tenths behind. This is
doing
a great
good job
scrap.
of filling up Leclerc's mirrors, though. It's like that.
And here we are, Titar in the pits. The gap is diminishing. Just 1 second. Peter takes the leads as Titar leaves his box. How long you can see the on the right hand side there, all the rubber Titar is laying down in that dusty pit lane. Trying to get out of the pits as fast as he can. That's Orange going up. He's got 6th place. What a great move down the inside.
He's done it. He's passed Leclerc. That's a difficult one because the inside of turn 1 turns into the outside of turn 2, and that was
Mumbo Man, I think, just getting wide at that hairpin. People struggling here, the drivers today, struggling to slow the car down. So let's have a look at the top 6 after all the pit stops now. It's Peter, Titar, Shattered, Mumbo Man, great 4th place so far. Ask Moon, Orange, they're the points paying positions. We've got Leclerc and MDF, the 2 Minardis there, and 7th and 8th, Max in the 2nd Jordan, and Stupid Doobie rounding off the top 10.
Leclerc not far off the points at all. 7th is just what, a second off of the 6th West.
Yeah, hunting him down. It's pretty close. We look like Shattered and Mumbo Man are just a few seconds, and even Ask Moon as well. That little group for 3rd place, they're really hotting up. Just a few seconds between them, and then 6th, like he just mentioned, and Leclerc, Orange and Leclerc fighting it out for the last position. Stupid Doobie's out the pits. Oh, who was that?
Whoa.
I think that was Titar there going. I think it was Titar going sideways. Trying to or get through on the lapped cars, just putting it sideways through the final hairpin. That is not how you catch the leader, that is not how you catch the leader, Titar.
Shows just how desperate he is to get through traffic and catch back up to Peter.
He is 11 seconds the gap. He got 9 laps, and with his last time round, 34 seconds slower, I don't think he's going to do it. He's going to have to put in some stunning laps here to catch up. Peter just demonstrating using the fuel wisely is paying off at the moment. Look at this battle, Mumbo Man. He can sniff a podium. Keep it on the road, keep looking ahead, get your braking markers right. Eddie Jordan here, almost popping champagne on the pit wall. You can sniff it. Leclerc still just so close to the back of that Williams. Minardi really punching their weight here, above their weight. Oh. Don't let it slide too much. Great drive today from Mumbo Man and Arsman there. And Leclerc too. You have to put it to him.
Yeah, Leclerc has found points. Oh.
Mumbo Man out on the exit there. Arsman's going to be right on his tail now. Mumbo Man, that was not what you needed. Just like 8 laps to go.
That's a Code Brown moment right there.
That is
skipping across the tracks.
Arsman can sniff it now, he can see it, he's just in front of him, less than a second now. That's really helped his chances of getting just an extra point here. Well, one side of the Toyota garage is really ecstatic right now, the other side is actually absolutely upsetting. It seemed that there was a brake issue with Garrett just before the start of the weekend. They were unable to get that Toyota out on track. Just didn't trust it if the brakes weren't working properly. Arsman here, making it worth the trip though.
That's a heartbreaking one when something like that keeps you back from competing.
It is. Arsman seems to have a lot more grip here, hugging the apexes. I wonder if there's some dirt still on Mumbo Man's tyres.
Starting to lose touch with Shattered a little bit. 5 seconds is a bigger gap than we've seen for most of the race.
Let's run down the order with 7 laps remaining. Peter ahead of Titar. They're lapping 2 similar to each other. Titar's not making up the ground.
That gap hasn't changed. It's a few laps ago when we saw Titar make that mistake.
It has not.
After him, Shattered Compass is a full minute and 23 seconds back.
That is unbelievable. That is not a position you usually find Shattered Compass in.
You'd expect to see him a little bit closer to the top step, but this seems to be a difficult race with him. We saw him struggling to get the car stopped in turn 1, the hairpin also. Behind him, though, Mumbo Man and Aspen have really just been ready to pounce whenever the opportunity strikes.
That is absolutely right. Tough to be following this closely for this long. It takes real mental fortitude. You could see Shattered Compass just exiting the hairpin as they were entering it. There's not much between them.
Shatters is actually lapping about a second slower on average.
And I think that was the fastest lap there from Titar. 29.6 is the fastest lap we've seen today. Trying, he's got it down by that seconds. Will it be enough though with 6 laps remaining? Well, 5 laps actually remaining for the leaders. They'll almost be coming up on the back of this pack, I imagine, with 1:30 lap time.
I think you're right about that.
If Peter's not already through on all of them, he will be very soon. It might even be just, they might be between the gap of Peter and Titar there. Here we go. There's the Ferrari. There's the Jordan.
You can see Peter just in the background. Maybe a few seconds off of.
Yeah. Hunting them down. Mumbo Man with a 1:31 there. Incredible lap time. Third fastest man in the field there. It's really found, after that little off, really found his mojo again. Look at this. Been on board. This is great sponsorship here for the Panasonic guys who are sponsoring Toyota. With Asmin's pace today. Yeah, and his ability to hold on in the field. Just a couple of small mistakes there. He might be kicking himself at the end of the day. And look at that. I think Shattered's made a mistake there, or just ever so slowly. Mumbo Man's been creeping up on him. But now, third place is being fought for by 3 people. 3. That does not work out the math there. Only one person gets to take that podium position.
Oh, Shattered. Yeah, starting to show a little bit of weakness with the pressure behind him.
He did have to pit earlier, didn't he? And earlier than halfway, so he might keep managing that fuel just a little bit more than we expect. A little bit more than the guys around him.
Oh.
As NDF goes trimming the hedges there and the grass.
The Minardi team will be a bit upset about that. Clean the car after the race.
There we go. Can't push too much as if you've gone off the track. Tyres are just that little bit dirty. You don't have the purchase that you had the lap before. Here we go.
Back on the fight for the podium. This is Mumbo Man. Within a second, well within a second.
So it looks like the top 2 still about 9 seconds now, but it really is here. This fight for the podium. And it looks like Peter's coming up on them. So these guys are going to have to squabble and be lapped at the same time. That is going to be tough. It's really
Peter
tough.
can't waste too much time either, because a few laps at a much lower speed will give cars that opportunity that he needs. You only need one.
Yeah. 9 seconds, 4 laps to go. It looks a bit impossible though. But with the squabble in front, anything could happen here in the last few laps. Just 3 laps remaining for everyone. Peter's just started his 32nd lap, so 2 laps remaining for Peter. And it looks like we just saw in the background, that's him overtaking Arsmoon, lapping him. So they've been lapped up to 5th place. Back in the battle with Orange and Leclerc. Orange seems to have found his stride now and has now put a sizable gap between himself and Leclerc. Leclerc just couldn't hold on there. And there we go, confirmation in the background that Peter is starting to lose a bit of patience with the blue flags here. Starting to make his way through this group, but Mumbo Man looks like he's going to make a move on Shattered here.
Shattered going defensive in the middle line.
I think that line has got to be better. It's going to get a great exit through the Schumacher esses here. You can't overtake here. It's just too thin.
Mumbo Man. Full on understeer.
Yeah. In that dirty air, you're at one of the fastest points on the track. The back straight, which we're coming up to here, and then the start-finish straight being the fastest point on the track. We're getting a tow all the way up the hill, just half a second. Don't know if that'll be enough. Arsmoon seems to have dropped away a little bit. He's got no pressure from behind. See if he can stay on Peter's tracks though and just follow that Ferrari through. That's the ideal strategy if you can. Try and get through when the leader's unlapping himself. And that little bit of extra confusion. Here we go, Mumbo Man again. Late on the brakes. Oh, Shattered running over the curb there. Are they side by side? I think that's Mumbo Man into third. Takes the inside line. What a great drive. Shattered
looking in the mirrors.
He's not giving up though. He does the old switcheroo. Is he going to get a better exit here?
He's close.
He's close. Mumbo Man. He's taking the inside. That was a heavy defensive line there. Breaks it.
That was some great driving from Mumbo Man.
Here we go.
Shatter's just sniffing his exhaust fumes at the moment as he moves over to play the teammate role.
He's letting his teammate through, helping him out. See if he can capitalize. Mumbo Man here. He's got a decision to make. When does he let Peter pass? He's got to let him pass soon. I think he let off the throttle then. Oh, great. That is a great piece of driving there to let the leader through and not lose a position when you're in a tight battle like that. Peter on lap 33. These guys are now a lap down. That would help Shattered Compass if he stopped a lap earlier. Means he might be able to turn up the fuel a little bit. Here we go. Peter 8 seconds ahead of Titar starting his final lap. I think this is going to be the first two positions in order here.
Yeah, there's less than half a second at the moment between third and fourth.
Wow. And almost just over a second between third and fifth. Wow, you can see Shattered Compass in the wing mirrors then. Just putting that big blob of red. That is an intimidating sight.
And it's working as a lockup from Mumbo Man in turn 3.
Don't forget that Shattered Compass here sits third in the all-time leaders board on the Mutiny League rankings. This is the most experienced driver we have. Most laps, most races. Where is this a fight for? This is...
it might not be for points, but the fight for 8 is heating up.
It is heating up. This is great here for Max.
They're starting their final lap.
They are starting their final lap. Who is going to take 8th place here? Just out of the points. Got a little bit wide there. Has he gone through on Max? I think he has. Oh, what's going on here? This looks like the last corner.
It is. Shattered Compass has gotten ahead.
Asmoon just ahead of the Jordan there, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a finish.
What a finish.
Yeah.
You're going to have to look at the timing screens for that one. Here we go. It was Peter in the lead, winning the race by 7, almost 8 seconds from TTR. Shattered Compass in third place there. Mr. Mouse Mumbo Man in fourth place, picking up 3 points there for the Jordan team. Asmoon in the Toyota getting 5th place, picking up 2 points for Toyota. And Orange getting the last points for Williams there. Looking at the driver standings here, Peter now got a dominant lead, 15 points. That's over a win from Titar, and Shattered Compass not far behind. It's still hot behind. Look at that, 4th all the way down to 9th. All the remaining point scorers there in such close contention. And here we go with the team standings. Ferrari are now double the points of Williams, who are over double the points of Jaguar. But again, from Jaguar all the way down to Sauber there. Jaguar, Toyota, Jordan, Sauber. Absolutely really close. Just a few points there. Can anyone stop the Ferrari domination and Peter? We're going off for a mid-season break, but we'll see you for round 5 at Hockenheim in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.